we are the top marketing agency with ManyChat in the world.
Yep.
We just won the award. So when I say that we're really good in the world of ManyChat, I mean it. We are really, really deep into it. So last question, Dave, and this is for the newbies out there that don't really have marketing automation process in place yet, that you don't have a list being built and you know you want to build it, you have some strategies to build it. Would you say, Dave, that the first thing that they need to do is sit down and grab maybe a Google Doc and start creating that relationship with people? Like day one, what do you want to let them know once they come in? What do you want to let them know on day two? How do you, just go ahead and grab that Google Doc and write 14 days of content and just let them know and build that relationship just like you would with your wife or husband or whatever the case may be at the beginning. Would you say that's a starting point for somebody that has no clue how to get going?
Yeah, in fact, it's even easier than that. And so even with your team, actually everybody we work with, because we don't want to get tied up in the tech. We don't want to get tied up in, I don't know how to use Google Docs, I don't know how to save it, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. So you know what we do? By hand.
Day one, day two, what happens? That's right.
Yeah, write it down. Just write it down by hand, because your hand to mind is very good. You don't have to worry about the technical aspect of what's happening on the computer. You don't have to worry about lining up the boxes. If you have a little OCD going on, and I don't want to minimize that particular condition, but if you have to have everything perfect on the screen, it prevents you from moving forward with the thought. So if you just scratch it down with a pencil and a piece of paper, the flow in which you want to do it, and then as you got day one, day two there, what do I want to say? And just fill it in the box. Yep. That's
day one,
easiest,
your purpose.
Quickest way to do it. You're going to build out an entire customer journey on a single piece of paper, napkin sketch as it's been called. And you're going to have and go, okay, and you're going to say, okay, here they engaged on, if I could do this, Facebook, right? I'm going to on Facebook, and then they got an email. It goes day one, day two, day three. Plan it out. It's going to evolve because you're writing it out, and it becomes tangible. It comes out of your head onto the paper, and then you're going to see the holes that are there from your plan in your head. Because in our mind, everything is amazing.
Right.
I've got it all sorted out in my mind. I know exactly how it's going to work. Well, humans aren't that predictable. So day one, your story. Day two, your purpose. Day three, how are you going to help them? Day four, your products. Day five, your reviews. Right. Whatever the case may be, how do you want to let them know what the true value of your organization is? And I have a whiteboard in front of me. Yeah, but the time element here, I'm going to just real quick, I know I'm looking down and I'm embarrassed by that, but there's a time element in here, right? You talk about your 4th day, what are you going to get done in your 14 days, right? What's going to happen there? And then also, if you have a high ticket item, this 14 days or this timeline, which is called the sales cycle, is very long. If it's a short product, don't over communicate, ask for the sale. If it costs like 9 cents, there's no reason to send them something for 2 weeks before you ask for the sale.
There you go.
If it's a $5,000 item, maybe it'll take you a month to get that conversion, right?
Right, exactly. That's a good point. The higher the ticket item, right?
The longer it takes to close.
The longer the journey, right? Generally it takes, and the more value you have to provide along the way. Example, look at me, what I just said, Dave, that $15,000 yesterday, it's a high ticket item. The person came into my seminar 3.5 years ago or so, right? So I've been nurturing that relationship for a long time. So if you have a simple $20 product, $10 product, maybe you don't have to wait for 3 years like I did. Actually, you don't, right?
You actually shouldn't, because it'll be too long. And people will get tired. They're like, I just wanted to buy this thing. Will you let me buy it?
Right.
If it flips the script.
Absolutely. That's fantastic, guys. So just build a roadmap. First 14 days, what do you want to communicate? Then grab a document and start writing it every single one of those days. Write it in and tell your story or answer, or do some copywriting in here. Even if you're not a copywriter, you can. If you are a copywriter, great. If you're not, then you can just go ahead and write that out, and then find a copywriter on Fiverr or on Upwork or any of these places to make it look pretty for you. And then you move into an automation platform that you want to utilize that could help you get it all in place. Some of these platforms are very simple. Some of them are more advanced. All right. If you're serious about it, you need to contact somebody like Dave and just set up with Infusionsoft because it's going to be a little bit more of an advanced robust marketing platform, and I don't recommend it for anybody that's running their own show individually and maybe doesn't feel like an absolute rock star with technology. You might get confused, and when people get confused, people abandon things along the way. So you don't want to do that. So if you don't have, like in my case, if it wasn't Dave, you get to work with my team every day. If I didn't have these guys, I would have given up on Infusionsoft a while ago because I'm so into a lot of different things. I mean, ManyChat, for example. I like ManyChat. The simplicity of it, just dragging and dropping, and I built a lot of ManyChat flows myself. But Infusionsoft tends to be a lot more intense. I know you did talk about how they're launching this simplified platform.
It's actually out. I mean, I would recommend that people go to Keep, and Keep is K-E-A-P, keep.com. And look that up, because the newer platform, which I know you probably, I shouldn't say no, you probably haven't seen because you're so busy and diving into something that's why they're changing the brand from Infusionsoft, because it's got the negative connotations, and their new platform is actually nothing like the old platform. It's much more user-friendly, much more easy for someone to get in and get something actually done in a couple of hours, as opposed to, now you actually have, no matter whether it's Keep or Infusionsoft or any other platform, your needs are more in depth than that. But I want to help you understand that Keep's new platform is actually very user friendly, very easy, and it has a lot of the newer things that you would have wanted way back in the day.
Right, and it is a powerful platform. Something that I'll say myself from my experience. Somebody asked me the other day. Obviously, we are the top marketing agency with ManyChat in the world. Yep. We just won the award last month. The CEO of ManyChat got on stage on the big presentation in front of thousands of people, and AGM Marketing was given an award as a top performing marketing agency. So when I say that we're really good in the world of ManyChat and these platforms, I mean it. We are really, really deep into it.
It's a great platform.
It's a great platform. One thing I'll tell you, it is not an email marketing platform. It's not, and it's really far away from it. Even though it's very easy to create an email campaign on it, not really a campaign, but an email broadcast. It's really easy. They've improved the templates, and now you can have this multi-channel, omni-channel thing that you can send out a message on Messenger, and also the same thing on email. Even though that has been dramatically simplified right now, it's far from being Keep, far from being Infusionsoft, far from Constant Contact, far from all these guys, by a long shot. So if you're looking for a real email marketing platform, I'm not going to recommend that you go to ManyChat for that, because it's really not there. There's a lot of value from a real email marketing platform. These guys, ManyChat, they're really, really late in the email marketing game. Are they going to catch up? Well, maybe. I mean, these guys, they're leader, they're geniuses. These guys are really smart. So they might catch up in the future, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do. But right now, as it stands, where we are at today in 2020, we're really far from it. So I use ManyChat email exclusively to bring people back to Messenger, not as a standalone email marketing platform, not even close. So I still need Klaviyo, Infusionsoft, ActiveCampaign. I still need these softwares, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to have a powerful system in place. So definitely recommend that you look into one of these platforms, choose one, and go through that process of building that relationship with your girlfriend, with your boyfriend on those first 14 days, and then extend from that point and just give people that value, because if you do that, email is going to be a big deal for you, and it's really far from being dead.